In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on March 18, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Indiana Pacers. On Monday night, the Indiana Pacers are set to pursue their second consecutive victory as they prepare to clash with the Cleveland Cavaliers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Coming off a resounding 121-100 triumph against Brooklyn, where they were 8.5-point favorites, the Pacers are riding a wave of momentum. Conversely, the Cavaliers suffered a setback in their previous outing, succumbing to a 117-103 defeat at the hands of Houston, despite being favored by 4.5 points. In recent encounters with Indiana, Cleveland has showcased dominance, securing victory in 7 out of their last 10 matchups. The Cleveland Cavaliers find themselves grappling with a downturn in form, having stumbled in 4 of their last 6 fixtures. A humbling 117-103 loss to the Rockets further underscores their struggle. Caris LeVert spearheaded their effort with an impressive 21-point contribution, supported by Georges Niang's 14 points and Donovan Mitchell's 13 points. Despite these efforts, the Cavaliers faced an uphill battle, trailing by as much as 27 points before a late fourth-quarter surge narrowed the deficit. Notable shortcomings included Donovan Mitchell's subpar shooting and Darius Garland's modest 12-point tally. Contrarily, the Indiana Pacers are experiencing a more positive trajectory, clinching victory in 4 of their last 6 outings. Their latest triumph, a commanding 121-100 win over the Nets, underscores their resilience. Pascal Siakam led the charge with a stellar performance, amassing 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. Contributions from Aaron Nesmith and Tyrese Halliburton further solidified their dominance. Despite a sluggish start, the Pacers rallied in the second quarter, amassing 34 points to seize control of the contest, ultimately sealing the win with a dominant second-half performance. In terms of player availability, the Cavaliers are grappling with a depleted roster, with Max Strus, Dean Wade, Evan Mobley, and Donovan Mitchell sidelined. Meanwhile, the Pacers continue to miss Doug McDermott and Benedict Mathurin. The Pacers boast an impressive record, winning 3 of their last 4 games. With an offense ranked among the league's finest, they excel on their home court, averaging over 125 points per game with a shooting percentage exceeding 51%. Furthermore, their proficiency from the free throw line and prowess in offensive rebounds provide them with ample scoring opportunities. Coupled with a reduction in turnovers, the Pacers present a formidable challenge for the Cavaliers, who have struggled defensively in recent matchups. Conversely, the Cavaliers find themselves in a slump, dropping 3 of their last 4 games, including 2 of their last 3 on the road. Hindered by offensive struggles and a decline in rebounding, they face an uphill battle against the Pacers. Additionally, their propensity for turnovers plays into the Pacers' hands, who capitalize on such opportunities. While the Pacers' defensive capabilities may not match those of the Cavaliers, recent performances suggest they can effectively contain Cleveland's offense. With both teams contending with injuries, the Pacers hold a slight advantage, boasting key players such as Siakam, Halliburton, and Turner. The Cavaliers, hampered by their depleted roster, face an uphill battle against a Pacers team in fine form. The shift in favor of the Indiana Pacers reflects the Cavaliers' injury woes. With Mitchell, Mobley, Strus, and potentially Wade sidelined, the Cavaliers struggle to mount a formidable challenge. Having secured victory against the Cavaliers twice already this season, the Pacers hold the upper hand, particularly on home turf. Expect the Pacers' potent offense to exploit Cleveland's vulnerabilities, so the Indiana Pacers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Statistical trends suggest a high-scoring affair, with both teams poised to surpass their average point totals. Despite the Cavaliers' penchant for a slower pace, the Pacers' offensive prowess and the Cavaliers' defensive vulnerabilities should see the total points surpassing the projected mark. Previous encounters between the 2 teams have often resulted in high-scoring affairs, further supporting this prediction. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Pistons versus Boston Celtics. Scheduled for March 18th at TD Garden, the Detroit Pistons, positioned at the 14th spot in the Eastern Conference standings, are gearing up to take on the dominant Boston Celtics, who lead the conference. In their previous outings, the Pistons succumbed to a 108-95 defeat against Miami, while the Celtics clinched a convincing 127-112 triumph over Phoenix. The Detroit Pistons have exhibited a semblance of consistency lately, having split their last 6 games. However, they aim to veer away from a third consecutive loss after their narrow 104-101 defeat to the Heat. Evan Fournier spearheaded the Pistons' efforts with 18 points, supported by Cade Cunningham's 17 points and 9 assists, alongside Simone Fontecchio's 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Despite trailing by 17 points, the Pistons exhibited resilience, rallying to tie the game with a mere 42 seconds remaining. Nevertheless, a game-winning 30-feet shot from the Heat's Bam Adebayo dashed their hopes at the buzzer. In contrast, the Boston Celtics have been on an exceptional streak, emerging victorious in 16 of their last 18 matchups. Their recent triumph, a commanding 130-104 win over the Wizards, showcased Jason Tatum's brilliance with 30 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Sam Hauser's remarkable display, sinking 10 three-pointers for 30 points in just 23 minutes, complemented the team's performance. Al Horford and Peyton Pritchard contributed 14 points each, with a blistering 49% shooting from the field and an impressive 24 of 50 from beyond the arc. The Celtics dominated from the onset, leading by as much as 36 points and allowing early rest for their starters. As the Pistons prepare for the upcoming challenge, they face potential roster limitations with Quentin Grimes and Ausar Thompson listed on the injury report. Similarly, the Celtics might contend with the absence of key players such as Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and Kristaps Porzingis. The initial encounter between these teams was an intense affair, witnessing Detroit seize a 21-point advantage only to succumb to defeat in overtime. Although it marked the Pistons' 28th consecutive loss, tying an NBA record, they managed to break the streak in the subsequent game against Toronto, clinching victory by a slim margin. While the sequel may lack the same fervor, the Pistons are anticipated to offer stiff competition. The Celtics, playing without Brown, Porzingis, and White, might find themselves with depleted resources. Detroit has displayed improved performance lately, covering in 3 of their last 4 games and 5 of the last 7 overall. With consecutive matchups against Washington and Detroit, Boston's level of engagement for the upcoming game is uncertain. Resting a starter or 2 could be advantageous, particularly with a challenging game against Milwaukee on the horizon. Despite the potential for a dominant display from the Celtics, reflected in their status as one of the league's top teams and their impressive against the spread record, the Pistons are not to be underestimated. Despite their unfavorable record, they have demonstrated competitiveness, covering the spread in 5 of their last 7 games. Moreover, with the Celtics possibly looking ahead to the matchup with the Bucks, the Detroit Pistons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Pistons could maintain competitiveness throughout the game, particularly if Brown and Porzingis remain sidelined. Without Porzingis, the Celtics lack a formidable rim protector, potentially allowing the Pistons more opportunities in the paint. Additionally, Detroit's proficiency in shooting three-pointers could exploit White's absence. While Thompson and Grimes were absent in the previous game, Cunningham's presence despite injury suggests he'll likely feature again. Despite potential absences, Tatum's probable participation bolsters the Celtics' prospects, especially given their formidable home record. However, a blowout victory seems unlikely, indicating increased minutes for Boston's key players and consequently a closer contest. Considering the offensive capabilities of both teams and recent performances, the over-under pick leans towards the over. With Boston boasting one of the league's most potent offenses and Detroit's defense ranking among the weakest, a high-scoring affair seems probable. At an over-under of 225 points, the total appears conservative. Given the offensive prowess of the Boston Celtics, averaging 121 points per game, and the potential for a high-scoring contest, going over the projected total seems prudent. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.